Good afternoon, everybody. We are in the Texas Hill Country. We're on I-10 right now, eastbound and down. Hammer down, fixing to go downhill. We got Kerrville, Texas, Kerrville. Make a drop off here real quick. And head on over to San Antonio. Another beautiful day in the hood. Temperature of 48 degrees. Local time is 3 minutes after 12. 12:03 p.m. We just switched over from the AM to the PM. I see you flying down here like an airplane. A couple other cars come flying up too, but you know, you really can't see them on top of that hill. Or overpass, I should say, actually. They're flying, and you look, there's nobody there, so you go, and as soon as you pull out, here they come. Not a whole lot you can do about it. This is a little bit of a different view of Texas. Not your typical flat, desert-esque type landscape. Nice and overcast. Better drop my speed down here a bit. Kind of a long light. a big furniture store. Assume that I can drive through. Look like I could on the map. If not, we'll be backing out in a fun situation. Kind of tough sometimes taking a semi back into these places. It doesn't look too good either, actually. But we'll figure it out one way or the other. Definitely have to slide my axles up. We'll still be able to get turned around back here. It'll be a little bit tough, but we can do it. That truck was in the way right there. First time here. See you in a bit. Okay. Now, we just got her unloaded, but now that that truck is gone, we will flip this old girl around about. Okie dokie. I'm gonna do this first. I was gonna do my paperwork first, but I figured I better at least get this thing turned around. At least so when we do want to leave, we can leave and don't have any more trucks come up on us. And that is how you turn a 75-foot semi around in a tight little spot like that. Okay, I'm gonna do paperwork real quick. I'll show you what I did. I got a little winded. All those got put on a pallet. They were all individually sitting on the deck of the trailer, so I had to put 4 per pallet, which is cool because you get exercise. You know, I need to get that as much as I can. I'll see. Okay, so we are off to San Antonio. Make sure nobody's coming walking around behind this building right here. So we're good to go there. I'm just going to do it because these guys are, I swear to God, that guy sped up. Got a little junk on the tires. The torque just spins them loose. So we'll get back over here where we came from and get to San Antonio. Should be okay with this turn right here. I got my axle slid all the way forward. It's a little bit, it looks a little bit worse for the wear right there. See if we clear the curb. Nope, up and over the curb, but only a little bit, so we're all good. It's all good, it's all good. Whew, a nice little wind operation going on, my cardio. Feels pretty good. You got to get some kind of exercise in this truck. You don't get that much, so grab it while you can. There's that nice big house right there. Well, that's odd. 2 different houses, and each house had their own limo. Okay. All right, so we're off to San Antonio. I'll see you there in a little bit. It'll be just like magic. Boom. Okay. That was easy enough. Man, I was a bit shook. I've been on the phone trying to figure out what's going on. That's kind of why I forgot to do filming coming into San Antonio. San Antonio. Come on, Obama log. Switch it to driving. So I sent a message to my dispatch this morning telling them, or telling him, I'll be done at 2 o'clock Central Standard Time. Ready to rock and roll radio. The time right now is 2:30 Central Standard Time. So I was off by about 20 minutes or so. This guy is like right in my way. Oh, there you go. Look at that. Find that jet taking off right there. I think I can still do this. If I see a train coming, I will be ripping it up. Illegal like and all that stuff. If I had to. Anyway, telling them I'll be done by 2:30 or 2 o'clock, and of course pretty good guesstimate. I was actually done at 2:15. I was doing paperwork and stuff, so I mean by the time I actually was empty, it was 2:15. So I get, well, let me backtrack a little bit. So I got in Friday, and she's like, go ahead, take the time off, because I've been running recycled hours. Go ahead, take some time off, send you back out on Monday. I'm like, okay. So I leave Grand Junction Monday, and I wanted to hang out longer with my granddaughter and stuff, but she's like, I'll have a load for you in the afternoon. Okay, so I told my daughter, I go, let's go out to breakfast. I'm not going to rush it too much. So we do that, and I get headed back to Denver. I'm in the caddy. Truck's in the shop. I'm like, really? This is information I was trying to get out of you guys, and I get the wrong information, and now I'm kind of screwed. But no big deal. I'll deal with it. Like, I got some things to take care of in town in Denver, so not a huge deal, but I would have stayed in Junction had I coulda, shoulda, woulda done that. But so I ended up taking off like 4 days. Well, half of Friday, then Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Well, I guess, and then Tuesday too. So yeah, four and a half days. So I get this load. She's like, where do you want to go? And I'm like, what do you got? She goes, like, Texas and east is where these loads usually go on a Tuesday. And I'm like, all right, I'll go Texas. Well, here we are. So we get loaded, and we cruise all day yesterday, get down there, and then unload this morning, and now we're done. Right before I get, half of the way between here and our last stop, I get a message saying my pickup for my next load. I'm like, sweet. So I take a look-see at it, and it's like 25 miles away from here, where we are right now. Today's Thursday. But it loads tomorrow at 1 o'clock. It's like 24 hours away, roughly. And I'm like, oh, all right. I can deal with that. But then I see delivery. Delivery is like in a place called Palestine, Texas, about 200 miles away, roughly, from here. And delivers on Monday. And I'm like, I'm gonna sit tonight and then load tomorrow, drive 200 miles, which I can do in a blink of an eye, and then sit tomorrow night, Saturday, Sunday, till Monday morning. When I just sat for 4 days, I was like pissed. I'm like, this is not right. So I sent him a message. I'm like, what's going on here? I go, I got 55 hours left of my 70. Am I gonna, I just sat for 4 days. Am I gonna sit for another 3? He didn't answer me, so I went to the big boss, Dan the man, and I'm like, give me a call when you get a chance. So he calls me, and I'm like, I'm just trying to figure out what's going on. He goes, oh, well, we have a yard in Dallas, so they're probably going to have you drop there. I go, oh, I didn't know we had a yard. We used to have one, and then we didn't, and now we do. And he's like, all right. Well, he told me that, and I go, all right. So then the guy emails me back and tells me, yeah, we're going to have you split the load, and we'll keep you running over the weekend. I'm like, oh, thank you. Because I just sat there for all weekend, or for 4 days already. But anyway, so it's looking good for us now. But I was all wrapped up about that, trying to figure out what the heck is going on here. I need to make my miles, you know. So we're going to go over there and see if we can't get loaded today. No big deal if not. There's a truck stop about a mile away from there. Loves. We'll just hang out there till tomorrow. It sucks at 1 o'clock, but I mean, at least I get some editing done and do a lot of stuff like that. But we'll see how it works. Hopefully we get loaded today. We'll see you in a bit. So, ever since we hit some videos that kind of took off, been getting a lot more views on my channel and a lot more nasty comments, which is fine. I am totally okay with that. Like I tell my kids, Jesus Christ would get hate mail. So, but I get a kick out of some of their comments, you know, and I especially like the ones where people are telling me about snow driving, you know. And I admit I take it a little bit to the edge, but I am completely in control, and I know I could lose control of my truck at any moment. But I'm dealing with the texture, the temperature, the weight, all these factors in determining my speed. And it just freaks people out. Some people, not all. But it's raining here in Texas. It's raining in Texas. And people, there was like 3 accidents within like 2 miles. And I was just like, what the heck is going on here? You know, why are they doing all this? Crashing and banging. And I thought I was going to be able to get on the freeway here. But this is just water. It is not snow in any way, form whatsoever. And they're crashing and banging up. But you know, that tells me, like I say, I do care about people's opinions to a degree, but after a while you give up on it. But if somebody who's crashing in the rain is going to tell me about driving in the snow, I don't want to hear anything from them. But that's what happens, I assume. A lot of people don't know anything about it, and so one guy told me, you know, he ripped into me pretty good, and I was like, okay. And I go, you strike me as the type of driver who, there's an In-N-Out Burger here in San Antonio, Texas. The type of driver who only sees snow in one form. In other words, they don't see all the variables. So it's hard to, I don't know, I just assume. There are so many variables when it comes to snow that some people just see one type. They know it's cold, they know it's slippery and it's dangerous, and so boom, automatic, it's bad. But they don't know all this other stuff about it because they've never driven in it. I had to tell my son, one of my sons, I have 3 of them, I had to tell him, like, dude, if you've never done it, you cannot have an opinion. Once you've done it, I don't care what it is, then you can have an opinion. So, you know, like I said, you know, once you've done it something, then you can have an opinion. And don't be saying stuff about something you've never done. Like Pete Buttigieg, whatever the heck. I don't subscribe to his personal life type thing, and I don't know anything about it, and I don't care to know anything about it, and I don't have an opinion about it other than no thank you. You know, there's a saying, I try everything once. The things I like, I try them twice. Okay. There's some things I won't try once. Like, I'm not going to try to jump off a cliff to see if I freaking survive. I don't need to do that. I don't care, you know. But, after you've tried something, you can have an opinion. But you cannot start telling other people how to do something because you've tried it once or twice. You can't sit there and say, oh, you know, oh man, I remember I drove in snow one time. It was nasty. No clue about what was the temperature? I don't know. But it was cold. It was snowing. Duh. You know, I mean, that's it. They don't have any more other than that because they haven't done it all the time. But it is... That the 10 freeway was supposed to be over here. A lot closer than this, I thought. But anyway... once you have have done it a lot, then we can have a conversation. And those guys actually parroted my statement. You know, they knew what I was doing. They knew what I was talking about. They agreed with me. It might be a little bit too much there, sir, but you're doing a pretty good job. Let's see. I think I was further down the road than I thought I was. I try to do this all off of memory. I guess I want 10 to Houston. Houston, we have a problem. We got people who don't know how to drive. They're busy on their smartphones. Geez, this guy is just like hanging right there in front of me. See, I already thought we went on the part that we just went on. That's why I thought the 10 freeway was somewhere around here. Let's go to Houston. Actually, we're going to go to McQueen, like Steve McQueen, but McQueenie, Texas. McQueenie, Texas. That Comet signs over there looks like the Gatorade sign for a second. In that building that we just went around. So this should be the 10 East. I'm going off of memory, no GPS. I don't have my map up right now. That's why I don't know exactly where I'm at. You can't be holding it while you're driving. You can't be playing around with that stuff. Make me hit my brakes. Need to put your flashers on if you're going to drive that slow there, sir. I was just being kind of a smart ass. "49 degrees and the rain be falling." I'm getting hungry, and I wanted a Whataburger, but I can't seem to find them. I mean, they're all over the place, but being able to find one that I can park old Bessie here so I can get one. We get over here, we'll see what happens. I think there's one in McQueenie. If not, wait till tomorrow. Hopefully we could get loaded today. That would be like the shit snizzle if we can get loaded. That tank over there looks like Mr. Squidward's head there for a second. SpongeBob. Anyway, I'll see you in a bit.